We connect to our bodies with the breath, receiving breath, activating the imagination, and in the mind's eye, seeing the golden breath illuminated by the golden rays of the sun and the pure white light of Source. And we magnetize the light codes, the filaments of heaven, the gold and the plasma, drawing all the elements into our bodies. And with intention, we mindfully surrender all frequencies, densities, all non-native elements. On the exhale, and we call upon the seraphim, and we ask and imagine that the divine, sacred, golden fire from the realms of the seraphim blaze and burn in a golden spiral of energy that descends to our dimension, and we see it coming down and in like a golden spiral, blazing at our highest ascended chakra. And we bring awareness to our navel, and we connect to the etheric golden umbilical cord, and we follow it down to the womb of the Mother Earth, and our multi-dimensional selves anchor into the temple of the body in this now present moment. And we feel the golden light flowing from us and to us. Infinity in movement and nature. And in our mind's eye, we imagine that as we rest, we are held in a tetrahedron of the most beautiful light, the most healing light imaginable, the light of Source. And we draw in with our imagination the spiral, the divine, the sacred golden fire that begins to blaze and cleanse, removing all conscious, unconscious, ill will, dark spells, dark magic, curses, hexes, programs, limiting beliefs, disruptive frequencies, discordant energies from our field. And with our imagination, we draw the golden spiral in through our light body into the physical body. And all that is being released begins to ascend through the highest peak of the tetrahedron, the pyramid. And the seraphim help organize and guide each energy to wherever it is needed to go for healing, as it serves the highest good of all, in right relationship with all, banishing none, judging none. We continue to breathe, allowing the breath to aid us in guiding down the golden sacred fire, the spiral. And as the spiral begins to leave the physical body, starting to journey through our ascended, subpersonal, lower frequencies below our feet, we feel and recognize that there is a astral plug that is preventing the maximum energy from the earth for us both to naturally, as we breathe and walk with feet on the earth, release, and as we ground to receive. So with imagination, we see that just below our feet, about a foot below our feet, there is a gelatinous black form that is roughly about 3 feet wide and 2 feet deep. And we bring the golden spiral, which instantly begins to dissolve, and it bursts, revealing all of the light that has not been able to integrate into your body in this lifetime, all that was stored deep within the earth, the memory of the earth. And the golden light begins to flow rapidly up through the left side of your body like shimmering light, as if each particle of light is its own high vibrational life form, its essence, your soul and spirit. And you draw your perception slightly out, as if you can see yourself held in a pyramid of source, with the golden spiral of fire flowing, following the etheric umbilical cord down to the womb of the earth, moving deep into her body, extending throughout her body. And simultaneously, you see and perceive how the water and the plasma, the water in the ocean here now, and the rays of the sun beyond the spectrum of our human sight, but available through our clairvoyant, subjective sight of the imagination, forms a massive, vibrant rainbow that flows into our body now, east-facing, crisscrossing. And as we draw that rainbow into our body, as it moves from the northeast to our southwest, we notice a second version comprised of the metallic energies of all of the minerals in nature, conceptualizing the brass, the coppers, the nickels, the silvers, the platinums, the shades of gold, which moves from the northwest, crisscrossing down to the southeast of our body. And we perceive that above us, a golden column of energy, and we feel and we understand it to be the Trinity solar power harnessed, following the pathway of the Hara, which extends in the very center of the body, following the pathway of the spine, our own internal column of light. And we drop our awareness into the chamber of our heart, connecting to the heart seed at the breastbone, the heart and the high heart at the thymus, uniting the memory of why we incarnated, uniting our potential for infinite, unconditional love, self-love, uniting our soul truly into the temple of our body. And we bring our awareness to the very center of the center, and we connect to the love of no beginning and no end. And we perceive this love opening like a portal of energy at the very center, and beautiful, pale pink like a rose quartz, and vibrant magenta energy of universal love pierces us and flows through us from the front of the body to the back of the body, horizontally. And in the intersection of universal unconditional love and the Trinity solar power, the energy of illumination, we speak. And as we speak, we create. We anchor, access, and understand our highest self. As the above illuminates our infinite potential, locally embodied in the below. We access, anchor, and understand our highest self as the above illuminates our infinite potential, locally flowing below. We access, anchor, and understand our highest self as the above illuminates the infinite potential locally flowing below. We come into alignment with our highest self, aligning with our oversoul, And we see the etheric umbilical cord, silver to the highest self, gold to the golden oversoul, as woven into the true living golden collective conscience. And we draw down our imagination into our body. We anchor all of the energy that we have perceived of, and we allow it to flow below, to settle into our body, to harness all that we are. And we perceive our body in its totality, not in its parts. We feel ourselves like a great sphere, a sphere of light. We are able to access all aspects of this light, traveling in all directions. There are no blockages, there are only flow. And here we harness all that we are, and we access all that we are, and we are lined in perpetuity to our highest self and our highest timeline. And we perceive our light as this great sphere that contains all of the frequencies of the rainbow, all of the frequencies of the metals, all of the frequencies of the precious gemstones. We see all the color and all the light harnessed in the temple of our bodies. We give thanks to the seraphim, and we allow ourselves to disconnect from the divine sacred fire with love and gratitude. We see how the pyramid of source light remains, and we draw down a second to Tetradon of golden light, of the solar trinity power, and our Merkaba is restored. We are connected to the earth and to the cosmos. And we are evolving as Homo Luminous Galacticus. And so it is. It is done.